Today on Inquirer, proposed Maharlika Investment Fund gets House nod on second reading. President Marcos certifies the bill as urgent. NTC reminds public to register their SIM cards starting December 27. Comelec plans to establish satellite registration sites in jails for PDLs. And Supreme Court sets early application period for the 2023 bar examination. Good evening. For our top story, the controversial House Bill number 6608, which contains the proposed Maharlika Investment Fund, was approved on second reading. During today's session, the House of Representatives approved the bill on second reading via voice voting. Just after the bill was approved on second reading, the House Secretary General read a message from President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. about certifying the bill as urgent. On his way to Brussels earlier this week, Marcos had publicly expressed support for the MIF. With a certification from the President, the House can skip the requirement that 3 session days must be conducted first before the proposed measure is deliberated again on the plenary. This means that the measure can be deliberated today, which is possibly the last session day of the 19th Congress for 2022. Before the bill was passed on second reading, there have been several criticisms hurled at the proposal. Several lawmakers said that the timing of the MIF is questionable because the country currently has no surplus fund while having a huge debt and a budget deficit. Last week, GSIS and SSS were removed as source funds for the MIF, following oppositions of groups and members objecting to use their contributions. While some have lauded the changes made over the course of the deliberations, opposition lawmakers still insist that the MIF must be opposed because it opens possible pathways for corruption. The National Telecommunications Commission reminds the public to prepare for the registration of their SIM cards starting December 27. Telecommunication companies will be setting up their own registration websites or platforms where end users can register their SIM cards online. For DITO subscribers, a website would be up and running by December 27. Meanwhile, Globe and Smart said they would soon provide more information about their platforms and procedures. The SIM card owners will be asked to provide personal information, including their name, address, date of birth, and gender, along with a copy of a valid government-issued picture ID. These private data will be secured by respective telecommunication providers. And NTC consultant Edgardo Cabarrio said that while the law does not impose a limit on the number of SIM cards one may register, the owners should be mindful about any unauthorized use.
Dapat maging responsable ka kasi pagka nawaglit yan sa dami, hindi mo alam kung sinong gumamit at ginamit yan for illegal activities, ikaw ang number one suspect, primary suspect. So magdadalawang isip ka ngayon kung magpaparehistro ka na napakaraming SIMs, no?
All new SIM cards to be sold starting December 27 to prepaid or postpaid subscribers are deactivated. These SIM cards cannot be used for making calls, sending text, or browsing the internet until the buyer registers it on the telco's website or online platform. In the remote areas of the country where internet connection is slow or non-existent, the NTC and the Department of Information and Communications Technology can request the local government and other agencies to set up registration centers. The Commission on Elections is planning to establish satellite registration sites in jails. According to Bureau of Jail Management and Penology spokesperson, Jail Superintendent Xavier Solda, the Comelec will be going to BJMP facilities to set up special satellite registration centers. In September, the Supreme Court allowed qualified persons deprived of liberty to register and vote. Solda said that the plan needs to be coordinated with the return of face-to-face visits, as the movement of people and the allotment of spaces needed to be accounted for. The BJMP had recently allowed physical visitations again after 2 years. Those visiting must follow guidelines set by the facilities, including prior coordination with jail personnel and COVID-19 vaccinations or negative RT-PCR or antigen results. The Supreme Court will begin accepting applications for the next bar exams as early as January 8, 2023. Associate Justice Ramona Paula Hernando, chairman of the 2023 bar examination, issued a bar bulletin number 2, saying the application period for new applicants will be from January 8, 2023 to April 30, 2023. Meanwhile, the application period for previous takers and refreshers is from May 1, 2023 to July 8, 2023. Refreshers will be taking the bar exam for the 4th time or more. All applicants are required to submit through the online application platform and through courier service the supporting documentary requirements beginning August 1, 2023 until October 24, 2023. Failure to submit said requirements will result in the disqualification of the applicant. The bar examination is set on a much earlier date, September 17, 20, and 24. With already 4 examiners per subject, the SC hopes to expedite the release of the bar result. The World Health Organization hopes that COVID-19 would no longer be a public health emergency in 2023. According to the WHO, the weekly COVID global death toll is now around 10,000, a fifth compared to a year ago. Despite concerns with the number of deaths, WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said that at some time next year, they will be able to declare that COVID-19 is no longer a global health emergency. WHO's Emergency Committee on COVID-19 will discuss the criteria for declaring an end to the emergency phase in an upcoming meeting in January. Alamin natin ang mga mainit na balita sa mundo ng showbiz kasama si Ervin Santiago ng Bandera. Ervin?
Hi Neil at sa lahat ng mga kabandera natin all over the universe. Ito na nga ang latest bandera chika. Muntik na palang tanggihan ng kapamilya actress na si Heaven Peralejo ang kanyang Metro Manila Film Festival 2022 entry na nanahimik ang gabi dahil sa mga love scenes nila ni Ian Encarnacion. Sabi ng dalaga, ilang beses din siyang niligawan ng mga producers ng nasabing pelikula hanggang sa magkaroon nga sila ng agreement kung hanggang saan lang ang kaya niyang ibigay sa kanyang karakter bilang other woman. Dagdag na chika pa ni Heaven na mismo ang kanyang nanay ang nagbigay ng go signal para tanggapin niya ang nasabing proyekto kahit nga kailangan pa niyang magpa-sexy at magpaka-daring sa mga eksena nila ni Ian.
Nung napanood nila yung trailer.
Yes. Co-manager ko si Mom. So when I accepted this film, she also accepted the film. And lahat ng ginawa ko, lahat binasa niya muna yung script before siyang mag-go. Ganun naman talaga siya ka-protective kumbaga. So sabi niya lang na parang sabi niya, Heaven, alam mo, you won't lose your way kasi I'm here to guide you. And so parang sa akin, yun yung naiisip ko na, you know, everything that I do in my life, I am always guided by my mother. And I'm very grateful for that. And doon ako confident. I'm grateful na umingay kasi yun talaga yung kailangan is umingay siya para maraming manood. So I'm happy na yung scene lang na yun, kahit konting nakita nyo naman, diba? Ang lakas ng tension, and yun naman yung gusto mo makita na hindi naman sobrang kailangan kita lahat para magkaroon ng init.
At yan ang bandera chika natin for today. Thanks, Neil!
Maraming salamat, Ervin. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. It's 10 days before Christmas. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.